Is there something,
you want to get something off your chest here?
So I want to tell you guys a story, and again, I haven't told this in ever on television. I want to take you back to 1989. On New Year's Day, O.J. Simpson beat Nicole Brown Simpson. Nobody knew it. He was arrested. This all flew under the radar. So I got wind that O.J. had been charged with a crime. And when I found out that he had been charged with a crime, I found a court date. And I knew that O.J. was going to go to court for this. And his lawyer, I found out, was Howard Weitzman. I called Howard up and I said, look, I found out that this happened and you're representing him and the court date is X. And Howard really didn't offer me much because I was trying to get some information, but he heard me. And so I told him I was going to bring a camera down there and I was going to record the hearing. Howard very smartly moved the hearing up a couple of days. And I showed up when it was supposed to happen and found out, oh, this has already happened. And the only story that we could really get was O.J. pled no contest to domestic violence, and we did the story, and, you know, it made news. But then O.J. downplayed it and said, look, this was just a simple fight. Right. And that's the way it kind of got reduced, that it was a simple New Year's Day fight. What really happened was the prosecutor said, this was a brutal beating. We want jail time. And the judge ignored the prosecutor when no cameras were in there, because cameras have a funny way of making judges, you know. And so the cameras weren't there. Nobody was there. And Howard said, look, Your Honor, this is the first time and this and that. And the judge ends up not giving him jail time and telling him that he has to go see a psychiatrist, but allowing him to do it over the phone. Allowing him to do it over the phone with the psychiatrist. So this was a weird sentence that was a complete slap on the wrist. And had we known, had I known, had we put this on the air, that this was a brutal beating, that the prosecutors wanted jail time, maybe the judge would have done something different. Maybe we would have been able to get these pictures, and maybe the case wouldn't have plea bargained, and Nicole might have felt a little more empowered than she did, knowing that O.J. got away with it because he's a celebrity, and he has, you know, expensive lawyers who do what lawyers are supposed to do. And she ended up being victimized many, many times after that, calling 911 to the point where she called once and said,
my husband is O.J. Simpson.
I think you know his record. Yeah. And that was something that resonated in the criminal case.
All right, Yayo Martinez here from Sacramento. I think that had this happened in 2016, O.J. definitely would have gotten convicted, or there would have been more investigation into the abuse allegations that you just talked about, because I did not know about that. I was in grade school when that happened, but knowing now, it's insane how much he got away with just because he was a celebrity.
He got away with a lot. And the irony, too, well, you know, we're going to talk about this over the next 10 weeks, but I'll tell you one other thing, is that the irony to this whole case is O.J. said the police framed him. The police department bent over backwards for O.J. Simpson over the years, not just with arguments he had with Nicole, but with his prior wife as well. It is a crazy argument, and Johnny Cochran did it, I'll tell you. We're going to break.
All right, when we come back, Louis Tomlinson and his new baby boy. Normally in these cases, remember, he's not married to the baby's mother. They're not even together. There's something that almost always happens. Lawyers demand it, but Louis is taking a different path.